Hey there, community group leaders. It is May. It's hard to believe. We are just chugging through another year. Is it just me, or am I just getting older and catching up to everyone's experience of life? I don't know. But it's May. Excited for hopefully sun and warmth, although we're not experiencing that this week, are we? Anyway, I know it's been, we missed last month checking in with you guys, but want to give you a couple updates and let you know why in just a couple minutes here. So one thing that most of you know is that we've been in a process of transition with our groups for a number of years now. So it was a little over 3 years ago that we first launched Rooted, and then out of that we launched Missional Communities with a desire to see groups increasingly living into community and studying the Word like our groups have done for many, many years here in Santa Cruz, but with the addition of intentionally pursuing and connecting with relationships with people outside the church. So, we've been on that journey, and one of the things that we've realized as we've gone through is now that we have some time and we've been able to observe for a while, is recognizing that I think that our goal is good and we still want to pursue that as a church. And yet at the same time, we're recognizing we need to recalibrate a little bit as to how we help our church bring them along in that vision. And so for a number of months now, myself and a community group's leadership team made up of elders and lay people has been in a process of just evaluating where are we at as a church and where is our group's ministry at. And so that brings me to what I want to talk to you guys about today. This is where you come in and your voice is so critical and important because you guys are the pastors, the leaders on the ground that are connected with what's happening in your group and your people, and you know what their perceptions are about the church and about your group and about all of those different things. And so I would like to invite you into lending your voice to this process of us figuring out how do we need to recalibrate in order to reach this goal of seeing people formed more into the image of Jesus and joining him in his mission to make disciples who make disciples. So, all that to say, I have some instructions here in this email, but essentially it's just 4 simple questions that would love for you to take some time to consider. And it's these 4. What is thriving? And you can answer this both about your group and our group's ministry in general, if you have some wider perspective. So what is thriving? What is struggling? What is missing? And what is confused? So what's thriving, what's struggling, what's missing, what's confused? You don't need to overthink it. I'm not asking you to, take 24 hours and to spend time writing this. But, if you have maybe 5-10 minutes and jot down some thoughts and send it back to us. This feedback will be so helpful for us and for our church as a whole, because our goal is not just to try a sexy new system. Our goal is not to take the latest group's book and implement the thing that every other church is doing. We're trying to figure out what does it look like for us in Santa Cruz as Santa Cruz Bible Church to form people in the image of Jesus and see them join him in his mission to make disciples who make disciples, and to see our world and our culture and our society around us renewed. So thank you in advance for your willingness to participate in this. Thank you for your feedback. It is, I'm sure, going to be incredibly insightful and invaluable because you guys are insightful and invaluable people, and we could not do this work of the ministry here in Santa Cruz without you. I'm very grateful for you are. I know all of our pastors, Richard, Scott, Paul, Brian, Fred, all of us are very, very grateful for you guys. So hope you're having an awesome day. Thank you in advance, and we will see you next month. God bless.